So we now move on to the feature race at Mons in Belgium today, and this is one of the big races of the year at Mons. It is the Open de Mons. It is a listed race. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. It's run over 7.5 furlongs. A lot of horses have come in from France and Germany for this particular race, and the favourite here is number 7, Ferro Sensation at 2-1, ridden by Group 1 winning jockey Eduardo Pedrosa. 9-4 is the One Birthday Prince, the mount of Alex Peicht. It's 15-2 in from 9-1. The money's coming in for number 5, Smoke on the Water, ridden by French jockey Philippe Minaret, riding for Mario Hofer, another top German trainer. So the German trained horses, first, second and third in the betting here. 10-1 is Inkerman, 10-1 Money Time, 16's a Nocturnal Affair, and 18-1 bar those. The horses are at the post at Mons for this local listed race. They are now loading. They're loading at Mons. Already into stall number 1 is Nenzo. Got one of our best bets of the night running here. We're going to give you the next best. It's going to be the favourite here, number 7, Ferro Sensation, with Eduardo Pedrosa aboard. Ferro Sensation, number 7, who was a course and distance winner last time out. That was back in mid-October, clocked a very fast time, 1:33.6 to win. Had the 9 horse, that's Makin, back in 4th that day, 11 lengths away. Makin since then has come back out and has won. There's number 12, that's Miss Betsy, just going in. The hoops belong to Holy Island, number 3. Holy Island going in with the blinkers on. Goes in now. The colours of Ferro Sensation, the favourite, light yellow with pale blue sleeves and a pale blue cap. Just out the back there has the light blue M on the jacket. Here with the earmuffs on in the blue and yellow colours. That could well be number 4. It is. That's number 4, Leonard, about to move forward into line. Leonard, who is German trained. He's won a minor handicap in Germany not so long ago. Won at Baden-Baden. His last couple of races, though, have been very disappointing. Here's the favourite, Ferro Sensation, moving in now with Eduardo Pedrosa. Goes into stall number 7. Goes in next door to Miss Bestie. Goes into stall 6. Here's Makin. Makin's in great form at the moment. Comes from a mile back, this horse. Is a deep, deep closer. He's ridden by Norbert Jean-Pierre, one of the veteran jockeys. He's won his last 2 starts over course and distance, but he clocked a funereal time, 1:37.7 when he won last time out. That was a race that completely fell to pieces. If you were watching our Mons coverage from just a couple of weeks ago, they're just backing the 5 horse, Smoke on the Water, out of the gate there. Not sure what the problem might be, but the 5 horse Smoke on the Water, he had gone into the correct stall, but he's been backed out. That's El Zagal who's just gone in, followed in by the white with the green cap of Nocturnal Affair. Nocturnal Affair with Max Pecheur aboard, drawn quite wide here. Nocturnal Affair in stall 11, winner of 3 of its 28 career starts. Here in the black and red colours is Inkerman, ridden by the local champion jockey Glenn Brime. Glenn very rarely goes through a night at Mons without riding a winner. He did, in fact, last week. It was a very rare occasion. All 7 of his mounts got beaten. That is El Zagal, number 6, getting a little restless and rearing up in the starting stalls. 1 or 2 anxious looks from the jockeys as we see number 2 in the blue headgear, Full Pelt, moving in. Full Pelt, who is a winner last time out, beat 11 rivals and winning a 1.25 mile handicap here, having carried top weight. He's also won a Dusseldorf handicap back in August, so he comes here in pretty good form, and he's a glorified handicapper who's stepping up to listed company now. A couple of the jockeys just asking the stalls team to get the 6 horse El Zagal out of the stalls. He's getting very, very restless, keeps rearing in stall number 13, next door to Inkerman. You'll have seen his jockey Glenn Brime just asking to try and get that horse calmed down. The one who's got the big white blaze is number 1, Birthday Prince, who's still out of line. Now they're going to reintroduce number 5, Smoke on the Water, into the stalls. They got him in early, took him out. They've put him back in again now, Smoke on the Water, with French-based Philippe Minaret. Now Birthday Prince going into the inside with Alex Peicht, another of the fancied German horses here. Last show was second favourite, Birthday Prince, who was 4th of 10 in a 7 furlongs conditions race in Milan in Italy last time out, but they all finished in a bit of a heap on that occasion. He was beaten less than a length into 4th. Having got very restless in the stalls, number 6 El Zagal has been taken out, and they're going to try and reintroduce him into stall 13. Once again, a maximum field here for this one of the feature races at Mons. There are only 3 race courses in Belgium, 1 all-weather track here at Mons, 1 turf flat course, which is at Ostend, and 1 jumping course, which also has trotting racing at Vorgem. But this is one of the highlights of the Belgian all-weather winter season, this listed Open de Mons. €16,000 up for grabs. The winner takes home €10,000. If you finish 5th, you still get €500, so it's not a bad prize. Certainly would be right up there with all-weather racing in this country. So the ones out of line at the moment are number 4, that is Leonard, who's got the blindfold on for stalls entry. Leonard, who's ridden by Alexandre Weiss, and this is El Zagal, who they got in once, and he got very, very restless, and he doesn't want to go in again, but he's going forward now, El Zagal, with Martin Schneidel. So he's in. We're waiting now on number 4, Leonard, who will complete the lineup of 14 for the 2014 running of the Open de Mons. El Zagal, once again, getting very restless in the stalls. Your favourite here, number 7, Pharaoh Sensation, light blue and yellow colours, breaking from the centre of the gate. That's it. They're all in. And they're off, racing for the Open de Mons. Slow to begin was Varese. Also slow to begin towards the inside was Money Time. As they go towards the first turn, Pharaoh Sensation is taken on early by Leonard. And it will be Leonard towards the outside of Pharaoh Sensation towards the inside. Racing in second. Macon is flashing more than his usual speed in third. Full Pelt is 5 wide as they go around the turn. El Zagal is also on the heels of the leading group. And so too towards the inside. Smoke on the water with Nocturnal Affair. A break then is opening up of a length and a half to Inkerman, ridden by Glenn Brime. Holy Island is then towards the outside of runners. That one is then being followed by Nenzo as they make the run down the back straight. Birthday Prince is already being driven along. Dropping right out the back of the field is Miss Betsy. So they race already towards the final 3 furlongs of the Open de Mons. And the leader is Leonard. Racing in second, Pharaoh Sensation, the yellow and light blue, travelling really well here for Eduardo Pedrosa as they go into the turn. Full Pelt's had a brutal trip. He's third and very deep on the course. Smoke on the Water is in 4th. Inkerman is now staying on for Glen Brime, but the favourites in front. Pharaoh Sensation says, catch me if you can, and they've got a furlong and a half to go as they come into the lane. Pharaoh Sensation shaken up now by Eduardo Pedrosa, leads now by 2. Full Pelt's in second. Inkerman is back in third. Smoke on the Water, and from a mile back, Money Time is staying on, but the bird has flown. It's Pharaoh Sensation driven out, a winner here in the big race for Germany. It will be Pharaoh Sensation, who is much the best. Pharaoh Sensation wins, tight second, Full Pelt, and Money Time to the outside. The winner is number 7, Pharaoh Sensation, who wins for Eduardo Pedrosa. Didn't the horse travel well through that race? We pick it up on the home turn, and he's always sat in second place. He's got a good toe through the race from Leonard, who's backed away. He was cheap speed, but he's played the pacemaker here. He's kicked on, Group 1 winning jockey, and he's got this absolutely right. Great run by Full Pelt, who can certainly be marked up on this because he had a brutal trip. He was 6 wide into the first turn. He was at least 3 wide into the second turn, and he's still run a huge race here, and I think he might have held second. And Money Time, green with the pink sleeves, is the one who's staying on, having blown the start. He was very slowly away, and he might well have stayed on to make it interesting for second. If we just roll it on through, we'll see who's got second here. Pharaoh Sensation is your winner. Full Pelt, I think, on the inside is going to hold second. Here we go. Yes, he is just going to hold on. But the unlucky, well, they both have been unlucky in the run. The Full Pelt's held on for second. Money Time, who blew the start, back in third. And the locally trained horse, ridden by the champion jockey Inkerman, has run well back in fourth. But it's a win for Germany. Pharaoh Sensation, unofficial result, 7, 2, and 13. Ferro Sensation takes one of the biggest races of the Belgian season. That was the Open de Mons, and wins for Eduardo Pedrosa, the 7-4 favourite, backed in from 2-1. Second was number 2, Full Pelt, at 16-1. Third was Money Time at 10-1, so your numbers there 7, 2 and 13. The CSF paid £30.39, all 14 round. And a quick reminder, once again, due to that delay to racing earlier on this evening, the third race, which is a handicap over 7.5 furlongs, we have down to start at 5:55. That's now been put back to 6:25, so you're now around about what is it now, about 23 minutes or so away, no, a little bit less, about 18 minutes away from that race.